One day a week, or at least one day a month, you need to have a Zen day. If you want to stay sane, you need a Zen day. It's a day where you have nothing important to do and no responsibilities. I guess it's what Sunday was designed for when they invented the calendar. On Zen day, you're fully present all day and you make sure of it. Of course, you want to aim to be mindful every day, but in reality, it's hard to keep it going. But if you have one Zen day a week, it will spread to your other days. And on your Zen day, you wake up slowly, head out the door into nature. There's no rush to get anywhere because today's your day and you've got nothing to do. You don't have to do it in nature. You could stay around the house and just clean or whatever. I don't know. But the important thing is you're just present. You're focusing on every task that you're doing and you're doing it mindfully. And throughout the day, you follow your breath, slow, long, conscious breaths. If you're walking uphill, time your steps to match your breath. And remember, there's no rush and you have nowhere to be. If you do decide to stay in the house, there isn't a to-do list. There isn't an end to your chores. You might only get one done in the whole day, but as long as you do it mindfully, it doesn't matter. There's no goals today. You're going to see where the day takes you and just do whatever you feel like doing. You could even prepare all your food the day before, so you don't even have to think about it. You just eat what you've prepared as soon as you get hungry. And on the Zen day, you stay quiet all day. At least try, so you can really do the things you're doing. Take note of the sounds and sensations around you. You're a part of nature. There's no work to be done today. There's no tomorrow, only now. I mean, if your work is creative, then great, you're lucky. You can do it mindfully. It's time to draw. As you draw, you listen to the sound of the pencil, the wind outside, dogs barking in the distance, all that. Of course, with a cup of tea. When you drink the tea, you really drink the tea. And it's important that there's no plan on the Zen day. Because when you plan stuff, then if it doesn't work out the way that you planned it, there's disappointment. But if there's no plan, there's no expectation. So it's impossible to be disappointed. And the most amazing things usually happen when you're not expecting them. You just stumble on them. Like that time you were on the side of the mountain and you stopped to sit and draw that cactus. And while you were sitting there, a couple of falcons flew by and landed right next to you. You took notice of the falcons because you were in the moment. You had become a part of the nature. You weren't distracted with thoughts about emails and bills and all that. If you had been, maybe you'd have seen the falcons, but you wouldn't have noticed them. They could have just been two birds flying by, just another couple of pigeons. Not that there's anything wrong with pigeons. They're really graceful when they're in flight, but they're everywhere, aren't they? I suppose that's another important lesson. To appreciate all the pigeons around you. I think it's easy to take the pigeons for granted, but pigeons are great. Pigeons are beautiful. So the point is, the Zen day is a day when you are fully in reality. It's like the fog has been lifted and you're no longer this cog in the machine of productivity and economy, because it's pretty hard to live separated from that system that has been put in place by governments. But at least you can have one day a week where you see reality for what it is, and just by doing it one day a week, it will seep into the other days, and then ideally every day will become like a Zen day. But how could you possibly pull that off in a world full of bureaucracy and the need to buy things? It's not like you can just go out and hunt and forage like our ancestors did, because they surely would have been present all the time, just hunting and foraging. But if you wanted to do that all the time, you'd either have to have total financial freedom, or you'd have to be seriously roughing it. And either of them sound pretty good, but it's just not feasible for most. The Zen day is also about removing yourself from the digital world. the internet world that just keeps getting weirder and more distorted every day. Because it's not just the government holding you back, it's the self-generated attachment to screens and status and productivity. So the Zen day, if nothing else, acts as a reminder to dismantle systems and return to nature. It's not an escape, it's a reminder.